Okay, so we just watched Emerald City, and I wasn't going to do this tonight, but I'll give it a shot, see if I can get it done. I didn't take any notes. I was going to watch it again tomorrow. Uh, but so we pick up. Dorothy is with the Wizard of Oz, and the Wizard obviously knows her, and so we're wondering, you know, how does he know her? Where is she coming from? Where is he coming from? So we find out we find out a bunch from Frank's past, and Frank was a very mild, meek person in our world. Worked at a nuclear plant, and kind of always in love with Dorothy's mom, but she was in love with somebody else. Classic story, right? So, there's that, uh, and we see the tornado that caused him to and Dorothy's mom to go back, and one other nuclear physicist, was caused by a nuclear reactor issue, which is where they all worked. And this caused this weird storm, a weird tornado that sent them to the land of Oz. So, and apparently they spent their time with the Machin land people. I know I'm still mispronouncing that. So, and we see where Frank got his first kind of introduction, if you will, to magic, as he's trying to show them science and kind of a makeshift battery that he uses to make a light of sorts. So he's trying to bring science and electricity to them, and they already have magic, which is so it really doesn't impress them that much, if you will. So anyway, um, Lucas and Dorothy are both in kind of a tough situation. Lucas has essentially turned himself in, and he's about to get and he's being questioned. What do you know? What happened? All that stuff. And Dorothy comes down there. She gets herself she gets us the wizard to let her go down and say hi to Lucas. And so she's talking to Lucas, and Lucas is all tied up to the chair and everything, so he can't go anywhere. Well, the memory loss is caused by magic, and so it's going to take magic to get rid of it. So they call in the person they called in, though, was West, and West is still. To bear in mind, Dorothy was being questioned by West about East's death. So there you go. There you have a serious situation right there in your hands. So they work it out, and they figure out what's in his memory that's being blocked. And it turns out that what's in there is he had a wagon load of new witches, which are young witch girls, and the only one who could make new witches was the Witch of the South, which everybody thought was dead. So these young witches were on their way to Glinda's, and so Glinda is double crossing everybody now. So, and this is not good. So we're back in the castle. You figure West is there, so is Tip, and Tip has a run in with Jack, because Jack is there with the princess, and they have some words. Jack is awfully upset with Tip because Tip left him there to die and didn't even check to see if he was okay or anything. And the princess says, well, show her what you are now. So, and Jack is, it's like, I don't want to. He's still pretty embarrassed by his new mechanisms, mechanical body. Useful as it may be, it's still, pretty freakish. So, but he does show her, and then they move on. And Jax feels like he's done with Tip. So, now, the wizard got a bullet from Dorothy, and he shows it to the princess. Apparently, they're very technologically advanced kingdom. I mean, their people created Jack. That's pretty technical. That's pretty cool. And so yes, they can remake the bullets, but she wants to see the gun as well. And remember, she's still not. She's still pretty upset with the wizard. So, so he has to get the gun from Dorothy because Dorothy still has it. In the meantime, the princess's father, who has Alzheimer's, I believe, goes wandering, and he's wandering, and Jack is sent to find him, and he can't find him. He's wandered off, and he thinks he can hear his dogs bark, and so he's off looking. Well, he finds Toto, and the little witch girl that Lucas and Dorothy took care of, found and took care of. So, the scene cuts away. But when we come back, he has been turned into the charcoal type looking statue. And the princess is blaming, Oz, the Wizard of Oz, for it. And he's trying to turn that to against magic. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out next week why he hates magic so much. I'm pretty sure that's we're probably going to find out that his whole idea of his love interest is he lost all that because of magic, I think. So anyway, but tonight I'm going to cut it short. I'm not feeling good, as I said in my taboo video. I'm going to just get this one out there. So wow, this is probably the shortest review I've done yet. But I didn't do any notes either, so that makes it go a lot faster. I'm sure there's about 1,000 details I missed. So hey, let's discuss it. What did I miss? Put it right down there, okay? And then what do you think I'm doing a good job? Subscribe, okay? Subscribe right there. Where is I gotta look at the screen as I'm doing it right there. One of these days I'm gonna start getting that right. Really easy. Anyway, that's all I got. My nose is all stuffed up. I can't breathe. It's getting late, and I'm going to fall asleep, in this chair if I'm not careful. I still have to break down this green screen that's behind me. Although it's I think it's working out pretty darn good now. So tell me what you think, and hopefully I can do something a little more engaging in my videos with the green screen, just to hold your interest a little bit more. Who knows? I don't know. So have a great night. I'm going to go get some rest. I'm going to take myself some cough syrup. It's going to make me all woozy and sleepy and drowsy. And I'm going to call it a night. God bless. Good night.